I have always really loved Marvel movies.
So going into this, I mean, what percent of Marvel movies have you seen? Let's be real. And this isn't meant as a negative. Like, again, just...
4%. Oh, no way. Which is like 15 minutes of one. This interview is nuts.
Maximum effort.
Like this one, Grand Theft Auto 5. But critics say in these virtual worlds, things often take a turn toward the dark side.
He will be meeting those fierce warriors of the frozen north, the Vikings. So hold on to your turbans, and here we go, chap.
Well, I don't know about you boys and girls, but I feel rather safe and cozy in the lovely bosoms of Miss Sydney Sweeney. That's right, love. You keep talking away because I have no idea what she's babbling on about. But one thing I can tell you, for all your hard work in rewarding me with over 4,500 subscribers, it's been absolutely insane. And I want to thank and kiss every single one of you. And this video, which I shot last month, will bear some relevance for today's obscene culture war where video games and entertainment in general is being overtaken by insufferable beings out there who claim to like the same things that men do. And on that one, folks, you'll get some new commentary and some rather titillating highlights. Speaking of which, oh, you keep heaving those buzzies, Miss Sydney Sweeney, until I watch your next movie. Help me! Help me! Help me! I'm drowning! I'm drowning!
What a beautiful pair of knockers.
Tired of the MCU and pop culture disasters?
Jack Kane, a cop who does things his own way.
Then watch Jason Dumbass King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Go ahead, make his day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I had to bring this to your attention. Yes, this story is definitely a few days old, but it's certainly still worth talking about because, well, I'll get to that punchline in a minute. But Rachel Leishman, Unleash the Leash, whoever this chick is, well, actually, I do know who she is. She is the editor of the Mary Sue. The Mary who? The same online entity that likes to take its name after that very popular type of female character we get in today's entertainment, namely Rey Palpatine, the woman who can do no wrong. She bypasses everything and gets to the finishing line while all the patriarchy are still struggling to even get off the starting block.
What'd you do?
I bypassed the compressor.
But Gary from Nerdrotic, a gentleman I was very honored to have met last year on the 6th of September in London. What a fine fellow of a gent he actually is, and a lot more bigger in real life than I thought he would be as well. He put a tweet out saying, RIP Doctor Who. That was on February the 8th, and that's Peter Capaldi right there saying his last goodbyes before handing the reins over to Jodie fucking Whittaker. But this is what Rachel Leishman says to Gary. This bitch has never watched Doctor Who in his pathetic little life. Leave one of my loves out of your nonsense. I am begging. Doesn't even put a full stop at the end of begging. So, how does Gary reply? Bitch, I was watching Doctor Who before you were even born. Anyway, this is what he says. Show me your Doctor Who stuff. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it speaks for itself. I can see a Christopher Eccleston Doctor Who right there with Rose Tyler. Awesome. Really, look at that. The Blu-ray collection. I mean, yes, I've got a few Doctor Who Blu-rays as well, but that's mighty impressive, Gary. And what does Rachel say? I have plenty. I also am smart enough to know that the show represents and always has. Clearly something you seem to be lacking. Might be those brain cells you lost, says Miss Fatty Arbuckle herself. The woman who should probably concentrate on losing a few pounds and still being unable to get herself a date. Oh, wait a minute. She hates the patriarchy, so yeah, what the hell do I know? Which does bring me onto a very good WhatsApp message I received yesterday at the time of recording this video, where a very good friend of mine says, funny how women want to F up things guys like. It's the same thing when I go to my gym. I've got to put up with chicks walking around in extra tight leggings and extra tight tank tops because they want to accentuate their bums and their boobs in the hope that men will look at them and then they can call them up for being toxic masculinity, harassing me in the gym. Oh my God, geez, I can't do anything. I've got to infiltrate my way into it because that's what we're like. I told you, most women are insufferable these days. It is chasing clout. They want to take credit for things that men have basically loved for ages. Like when I walk on the streets of London in the early hours of the morning for a job that I currently do, you know all those foundations were built by men. No women in sight because they were probably doing the administration in the background. Ladies, do me a favor, just stay in the kitchen, prepare the tea, do dinner, do home decorating, just do that kind of stuff. You're good at it. In fact, when it comes to home decorating, you're better than me.
What do men bring to the world? Literally nothing. Women, the vibes, just everything. Everything is brought to by women.
You say that men bring nothing in the world. Everything you know and love. If you look around the entire infrastructure of our nation, our economy, every building you walk into, the camera that's filming you right now, the microphone you're speaking to, everything is built, maintained, and it's still maintained to this day through men. Hardworking men.
I love how he's mansplaining this to me.
No, I'm serious that the way that you are portraying your ideas and opinions is through technology and infrastructure and an economy and a nation that was not only built, but it's still maintained to this day by men.
Yeah, because women have been oppressed for like hundreds of years.
That was the Hausa.
Uh-oh. I think I heard a toilet flush. Maybe somebody lost a turtle.
Did men allow you to have that haircut?
You taking personal attacks makes me seem like the more intelligent. You know, if you want to have a real debate, you don't bring up personal attacks. It shows that you're
Okay, I understand.
Validate your point, not some personal attack because you're losing the argument.
When you do get women like Rachel Leishman who are just lashing out at the patriarchy because, oh my God, Z, we are a threat, I find it absolutely hilarious. And one more time, Daleks, I order you to exterminate Miss Leishman.
Her goal? To bring attention to what she calls the inherent misogyny in the gaming world.
Sexism in gaming. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
You're goddamn right.
Now, as for the latest update on the whole sweet baby stink debacle, it just gets so much funnier every time I refresh this page.
Yes, hallelujah.
Just when you think you hit the worst example or the most misogynist example, you find another one.
Anita, calm down. It's just a set of polygons that are doing things you disapprove of. It's funny that Anita Sarkeesian, Miss Grifter Supreme herself, actually started playing video games out of spite to look for their deficiencies, their flaws, then comments about them, then gets the whole cult involved, including Neil Druckmann, who, by the way, is stepping down from Naughty Dog and video gaming altogether. Do us a favor, Druckmann, when you step down, make sure it's in a lava pit. Oh, this girl understands why men like attractive females in video games. Not the ones who make the video games, the ones who are made out of polygons.
Yeah, so if you ask most men, they'll give you the logical gaming mechanics reason. Smaller frame characters have a smaller hitbox, making them a smaller target to hit, giving you the competitive edge when you play as them. But that's not the reason guys play as female characters. The very real reason, and it's pretty simple, is because they're pretty. Men do like pretty things, they just like them on women, and female characters tend to have dope skins and really flowy outfits. And let's be real, voice matters. Yes, a dude would rather hear a woman than a dude groaning in his earpiece all day. Don't be weird about it. Besides, dudes always make their female characters look like their girlfriends anyway. Exhibit A, this is his character, right? This is the girl who filmed the video. That's you. He made you.
How do you respond to critics who say, well, this is fantasy, this is not reality, you have to lighten up?
Yeah, that's a fun argument.
I like how Anita deflects that question from the ABC reporter. Oh yeah, the trolls that talk about it's not reality, it's a video game. Yeah, I've got tiny little hands like a little baby. But Anita, just like Sarah Bond from Xbox, are fake female gamers. Hardly ever play the kind of video games I like to indulge in. Can you imagine either of these two women getting frothy at the mouth like I was in 2010 when Battlefield Bad Company 2 had that awesome Queens of the Stone Age trailer? Nope, they'll be doing something else, like maybe cooking or gardening.
Rated M for mature.
The thing with Gamergate in 2014, it was so insidious and so volatile because people who were upset that their video games were going to be ruined by a grifter, that's what we're going to call Miss Sarkeesian, they were sending her death threats, not just to her, but to her allies.
How do you respond to critics who say, well, this is fantasy, this is not reality, you have to lighten up?
Yeah, that's a fun argument.
This is not going to be the same thing. Definitely not, because the landscape's changed now. But I guess the way the fandom is fighting back now is the same way we all reacted to Amazon's The Rings of Power by re-quoting a phrase that Tolkien came out with about evil destroying everything. So I think is absolutely wonderful. So Miss Sarkeesian, you grifted and you're going to die on the feminine hill that you started off from.
It gets worse and worse. It reinforces this idea of women as sexual objects, right? It reinforces this idea of women as playthings for their amusement.
Can an alien spaceship please kidnap me, take me away to a land where women who are awesomely attractive have not just 3 breasts, but 6, because more for the memories.
Let me tuck you in.
Yes, I'm starting to feel warm all over now.
Dude, her tits are way too big. That is clearly like a C cup or bigger. Looks like it was made by like a horny 15-year-old, and we're trying to be a little bit more mature than that.
David!
Can't help it. Got a thing for big knockers.
Watch Kung Fu Hot Dog. Yes! He eats them the long way.
Well, I don't know how much I can survive in Sydney's cleavage any longer, but in case I don't make it back for the next video, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and if I were you, and if you were me, you might see me on the next video.
Why such hate? Why such anger?
I think a lot of it comes from this idea that gaming is a male-dominated space, right? And that games are for men by men. It's a very misogynist backlash.
This is good, man. This is a good day. I knew it was going to be a good day. What's my ukulele?